Good Saturday morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, from Capitan, New Mexico on a cool morning. It's 58 degrees here this morning. Isn't that wonderful? I had to run the air conditioner. It was like 62-degree air conditioner. I had to run the heater this morning. Uh, it was 62 degrees inside, or it's 62 degrees inside the RV right now, my Class C motorhome. And today is the first day of the rest of your life. Make it a good one. It's the day after yesterday, day before tomorrow. It is right now, and right now just went right on by. So if there's anything you want to do, I suggest you better be doing it. And never worry about what you cannot change. Well, that's a hard one to get in your head because you watch news, some of you, not all of you, and you're thinking, boy, that's just crap. And then you think, but you can't change any of it. You're not, you're just being bombarded by negativity that you can't do anything about. But that's your choice. Anyway, uh, today we'll do another Santa Fe video, part two, me leaving the plaza, square, or whatever they call it, and heading back to Cochiti Lake or Coach Edie Lake, whatever it's called. And yeah, but I left there yesterday morning, not early. I mean, it was about mid morning whenever I left. I wasn't in a hurry, but I got up with the intention of making a decision whether I was going to stay there another night because I could have, and then move on further north. But after checking on a few things, it came to my attention that the no-see-ums are just as bad at the place I was going. And those are little biting gnats. You can't hardly see them. And some people call them cedar gnats. Doesn't matter what I call them, a lot of things. But be that as it may, decided to come on back. I'm glad I did. I like. It's hard to beat perfection, man. And Capitan for me is as good as it gets. 6,500 feet in elevation approximately. Again, right now it's 58 degrees outside. The high today probably be in the low 80s, mid 80s, which is for this time of the year very good. And the places I was going would be a little warmer. So enough said about that. Moving right along to, hey Google, tell us a joke.
How does Darth Vader like his chocolate on the dark side?
Okay, Darth Vader. That's the old. What was the name of that movie? Star Wars, I think. Yeah, that was good. But anyway, moving to what? Uh, we did all that stuff. Anyway, Henri Codger says, "Happy birthday, Rusty. Thank you. Yeah, I'm already headed for another one. I mean, I didn't even slow down. I just went right through my birthday and headed for another one. Crazy, man." Greg Prince, the no-see-ums are vicious little politicians waiting to grow up, I swear. No, they're aggravating little insects is what they are. This is Boondocking with Dennis. Check his channel out on YouTube. He lives in a pickup truck with a camper top on the Gulf Coast of Texas. Anyway, says, "Good morning, Rusty. That was an awesome video. A little bit of everything. That parking meter sure looked difficult. Enjoy your day." Well, yeah, it was only difficult in the sense that I had never, they don't have parking meters where I am. I mean, there's none. That's first, 3 years ago. Well, I didn't use the parking meter 3 years ago. I found a place to park without using the parking meter. And but yeah, it takes credit cards, and then if you got an app, it does things, and it's $2 for an hour. Yeah. On Cadre again. It's good to see that you had an awesome birthday. Yeah, it was fine. I enjoyed being in Santa Fe and going down to the plaza, and yeah, it's really nice. I mean, if you were a shopper, then you could shop till you drop. Man, they got all kind of little shops with a lot of neat stuff, pretty stuff, and I'm sure a lot of homes are in Texas are decorated with stuff from the plaza. Anyway, Laurie Van Huser, great stories, Rusty. That was on Beer 30. Louis Paparella on the Beer 30 says, "You were on the correct track about the two stacks on your tractor. Of course, one, of course, was the exhaust. The other was an attempt to raise the air filter cleaner above the dust cloud, depending on conditions." Well, thank you, Lewis. Now I learned something. Dieter Lang, I like the new glasses. Happy birthday, Rusty. Yeah, it says happy birthday again. I just happened to run across them. I was cleaning up or reorganizing some stuff, and I do that every now and then, reorganize you know. But the great thing about a Class C motorhome is when I get ready to travel, I don't have anything on the inside to put away. You know, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 items, and I'm ready to go. In a travel trailer, there's a lot of stuff you got to put in the sink or the bathtub or, on the bed or whatever to keep them being chunked around. But no, because this is on a like a car basically. It doesn't stuff doesn't get thrown around, and I like that. And it's quiet. I've got it, to where the stuff doesn't rattle when I'm driving. I really enjoy driving the Class C, but I can't just go out on the highway and eternally drive. Sooner or later I got to stop. Dieter Lang says, I tell it like it is. Rusty for president. Thank you, Dieter Lang. Anyway, Der Trixa, Prost and greetings. It's cold here by the sea. Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it is. You're on latitude with about, let me think, probably Chicago area. You're probably on the same latitude. Enjoy your day, dear Trixa. James Ortiz, did you see the girl with the pedal taxi? No, I didn't. That was Sonia. No, I didn't see Sonia, but I saw some Sonia replacements. I mean, yo, no, yeah, I like going there. I do. I don't like the traffic going and coming, and I'm not really fond of the crowds when I get there. But it's interesting to see what people do, when they're on vacation, and yeah, and those little coffee shops and stuff down there by the plaza, they were packed. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, same person, James Ortiz. Santa Fe looks like it did 40 years ago. I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. They've added. They just opened a month ago. The lady told me, and she was a kind of the I don't know, receptionist or what. I mean, she was handing out brochures and stuff about the plaza and the state and so forth. But they have built some new restrooms right down by the plaza, and there's like 10 stalls on, or 30 stalls. There's 10 for men, 10 for people that don't know who they are or what sex they are, and then 10 for females. The girls I saw were females. They knew what they were. I could tell. Yep. Scotty Thompson, cool video talk Rusty, or cool video talk beer 30 Rusty. Thank you, Scotty Thompson, the mass bowler from Wisconsin. He also says cool video talk on the Santa Fe Plaza stuff. Thank you, Scotty, the mass bowler Copperman. Pam Love, happy birthday. I hope it was great. It was. I wanted to go to Santa Fe for my birthday. Why? I don't know why. I just did. So I did it. Southwest Sunset Seeker, I wonder if you say, hey, what's her name? Turn off the map app. No, it won't do it. No, it won't do it on the phone. It might do it on the Google Home device. You parked outside El Nicho gift shop, so to find your car, use map app to find El Nicho. The homeless guy was following an old guy muttering to himself, holding up his phone. LOL. Yeah, it's kind of a. There were some street people down there. I wasn't impressed with that at all. And yeah, they need to clean that up a little bit. Sue C, Rusty, we grew up in the same era. We weren't afraid of the police. We were afraid of our parents. There was a beer joint out. There was a beer joint out the country from our small town, and our parents had threatened us if we ever went out there. Well, one night I was about 15, and several of us got the bright idea to go out there. We heard that they had dancing. We had just gotten out of the car when this guy said, "Hey, aren't you Ray's girl?" And we jumped back in the car, and I never saw the inside of that place. Yeah, everybody knew everybody in small towns. Simply me, as handsome as hell for 77 cool glasses, man. Well, I am what I am. I thank you for that comment. You might need some glasses. Reg in South Carolina, 398 in South Carolina, 77 degrees. Missouri, Meerschaum and Sutliff Black Raspberry. This is on Beer 30. Youngling Traditional Lager. Cheers. Enjoyed the beer store at the 30 in the stories. Yeah, I cannot believe. I'm so proud of Allsups and Valero in Carrizozo, New Mexico, for holding the price of gasoline at $3.99 a gallon, when in Ruidoso the cheapest is $4.59, and in Capitan it's $4.69. That's a. You gonna tell me that's transportation 20 miles? I doubt it. This is on Santa Fe. Mark Babcock says, great video, Rusty. I was there last year. Into the Santa Fe Trail. Beautiful historic town. Great museum next to the Palace of the Governors. Looking forward to more insights. Yeah, well, I don't do all of those things. I mean, I've done them years ago. I went to most of the tourist stops, and but I don't do it anymore. I mean, I just enjoy the ambiance of the whole plaza. You know what I mean? And it's just a good. It gives me a good feeling, and I go by my instincts. Even though there were a few street people, I never felt threatened at all. I mean, it's just a good spot. Sashi Smith, enjoyable thing to do on your birthday. Thank you for sharing parts of Santa Fe with us. Yeah, you'll get another dose today, Sashi. Thank you. PJH, you stay a year and a half older than me, Rusty. Yeah, I know. It can't catch up, huh? Debbie Dockler, what would you say if someone asked you if you would be the president? I'd say, what are you going to appoint me? I mean, well, that's usually how it works. So I doubt that. Let me say this about that. For a guy my age, I'm 77 years old, and I have my limits. Okay, in other words, if I had to run on a fast track, basically 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, now, yeah, that I could take. Of course, I could get my sleep and stuff, but believe me, the stress on an older guy would be awesome. Okay, and I think that Elon Musk said something about setting age limits on presidents. Well, there's a point on each side. See, if the person is healthy and their mind is still alert, then they may make a very good president because they have the wisdom of age. On the other hand, if they're getting senile or Alzheimer's or whatever, and they're forgetful and can't remember things, then they're not going to be making wise decisions. They're going to be making decisions based totally upon the input from their aides and whoever, and they're not going to be using their head. They're going to be using their other people's heads, which is okay. But the president needs to assimilate data just like any leader and then make a decision that is uh, actually, in my opinion, beyond parties, okay, or political parties. But enough said about that. WTBM123, cool. RV living with the geezer. It says if everyone in Capitan boycotted brewers for a week, I bet they'd lower their gas prices. No, they wouldn't. They have no reason to. No, and nobody. That's a good point. What you're saying, you're right. If everyone did, if they didn't sell any gas, they might. However, this is just one of their many stations, and management is looking at the overall picture. This thing is producing at the price levels they have, so they're going to continue that, and it's all about making money. They are a for-profit organization, and would I do the same thing? Uh, I don't know, man. It'd be tough because you'd have a lot of people pushing you to do that. Sashi Smith, enjoyed your share at Sanity Session. Good evening to you, Rusty. Good evening to you, Sashi Smith, or good morning. King for a day. A lot of history in Santa Fe, over 400 years worth. I believe it's one of the oldest cities in the USA. Hey, Google, what's the oldest city in the United States?
St. Augustine. On the website visitflorida.com, they say, Augustine, founded in September 1565 by Don Pedro.
Okay, St. Augustine, Florida. Hey, Google, what is the second oldest city in the United States?
On the website insider.com, they say, the second oldest city in the U.S. is Santa Fe, New Mexico, which was founded in 1607.
Pretty close, huh? 1607. That's interesting. I went to the second oldest city in the United States. Thank you, King, for a day. PJH Rail Runner is a train that runs from Albuquerque area to Santa Fe. All right, well, that's good to know. Learning stuff here this morning. Anthony Hornbeck. Tell that gal I love her, please. No, she was cute, wasn't she? Yeah, the girl. That was so nice of her. She was getting some stuff out of her trunk and putting it in the car, and she had just sat down and I asked her. I said, which way is it to the plaza or square or whatever? And she first she just kind of pointed, and then she thought, well, hell, he's an old man. I better tell him. He probably can't hear me. Anyway, so she got out and came all the way around, told me about it, and then she anyway. But yeah, I I talked to her a lot. Okay, she kept up with me during the video, and yeah, she's cute. She's cute. Yeah, very actually. PJH, Sandia Peak is the mountain near Albuquerque. Well, I was close. I only missed it about 80 miles. Stephanie Wilson, I feel lucky that my home is done and complete. I feel sorry this is such a disappointment for you. Oh, the tiny home deal. It was. It wasn't a real disappointment because I wasn't all the way in it anyway. But thank you, Stephanie. Allie Trailer paid $3.84 at Bucky's today near Ennis. That's Ennis, Texas. That's about as cheap as I've heard of it, other than down along the Gulf Coast around Rockport. Same person says drove by the Casita factory store on Texas 45 today and 25 ready and waiting on the lot. Yeah, they sell them as fast as they make them, man. William Bell, back in the days of the ice house. Yeah, I remember the old ice houses. We had them. D. Anderson, Rusty is a babe magnet for sure. Well, she was just really nice, man. And I was surprised that she got out of the car and actually went to go here and take a right and all that shit. That was just that there's not many people that would do that in a city like Santa Fe, or maybe there are. I just don't know. Debbie Johnson, happy belated birthday. Thank you, Debbie. Mom always said, don't play ball in the house. That's the person's name. Happy birthday, Rusty. This is the Edel Campers. Cheers, Rusty. Enjoyed sharing Beer 30 with you. Those no-see-ums are the worst. Mary and Fred. Mary, yeah. No, they are. They're probably the worst for me anyway because they get in your hair. You just can't get rid of them, man. And they come in hundreds. Nicholas Colabella. Happy birthday, Rusty. Thank you, Nicholas. Alvin Masso, great beer 30 tonight, Rusty. Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, I was a little tired doing that because I'd been driving for about 5 hours. I got back, got everything, hooked up, and I went ahead and put the air conditioner in the front and stuff. Because, when I get back from a trip somewhere, I like to get everything done, me. Anyway, Steve Brown filled up today at 3.59 a gallon at Costco just north of Atlanta. Well, just think about that. See, that's 3.59 a gallon there, and it's 4.69 here in Capitan. That's $1.10. That's well. Now, anyway, that's a lot. Thank you, Steve. MJ Car 61 Camaro. We'll do 3 or 4 more and then shut her down. That was a great birthday trip. Santa Fe looks like a beautiful place to visit. Thanks for the tour. You're welcome. Rocky the Rock says, Billy the Kid died on July the 14th. Yeah, I know. He had to die so I could capture his spirit. You know what I mean? You can't share spirit. Okay. And that's why I wear a 6-gun. Bang, bang. Maddie Von Halen, last one here. Hey, Rusty, if you can get Starlink for RVs, do it. It will open up the options where you can camp or boondock. You won't have to worry about internet anymore. I got it and love it. Yeah, I had one, and I returned it before I set it up due to the cost. And yeah, in fact, Cargo One nailed it. Yeah, and they'd already gone up 40%. When I got it before I got it hooked up. So I thought, well, hell, I'm not going to play that game. That's the old cooking the frog marketing theory. You get the person, and then you gradually raise the price. Kind of like Netflix or any of them. They all do that. In fact, Yahoo now charges for email. I mean, you can they still have their basic email page available, but it's just a blank screen. You have to click on something, go to another page, or else you have to sign up for their fee email service. And so all of them are gradually bringing us along so that we pay a fee for everything. All that stuff that used to be free will now be we'll have to pay for it. But be that as it may, guys, from Capitan, New Mexico, where it's 58 degrees right now and very nice on a clear morning. And I love it because I can go take my walk right around 7:30 a.m. or 7:45 for about an hour or whatever. And, I don't have to worry about dogs barking at me like I do in any campground. You go walking around a campground, everybody's got at least the average has one dog. I mean, now there's probably uh, 80% that have a dog, but there's probably 25 or 30% that have 2, 3, 4 dogs. You understand? But anyway, enough said about that. That's their business, not mine. So, uh, anyway, thank you for your comment, Maddie. Thank all of you for your comments. Uh, Thumbs up. Carpe diem. Adios. Bye bye. Buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you one penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon, buy whatever you want. And some of you are, and some of you have. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Pays for the gasoline, babe. But anyway, what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. It's good for you. It'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water and you will not want to eat so much as in snack, you know. And the only way to lose weight and keep it off, and you know it and I know it, is eat less. That's it. And then drink plenty of water, or scratch that. Take deep breaths. Breathe in deep, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Yes. Do it several times a day. You'll never regret it. And then what else? Stretch, stretch, stretch. Swivel, swivel, swivel. Walk, walk, walk. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Exercise your body once or twice a day, every single day. Why? Because you'll feel better immediately and you may live longer, healthier because of that one thing. And then what else? Stand guard at the door of your mind. Do not let negative crap in. This is your head, your brain, your frontal lobes, your consciousness. All those little neurons in there are forming every thought you have. So add good ingredients. Problem solved, right? Yeah, well, I'll throw in one more ingredient. Don't watch the news. Why? Because it's all negative crap. They're just programming you to do something that you probably don't want to do anyway, okay? So, you know, if you don't let the strings in, they can't move you around like a puppet. So, and they do, believe me, you see them. But anyway, enough said. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. At ease, carry on, adios, bye bye, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, aloha, until the noon video, which will be Santa Fe 2. So enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend. Carry on, guys. Bye bye.